Good morning, students. I hope you enjoyed our virtual trip to various places. This beauty of earth bridges the gap between mankind and nature. Noticing mesmerizing beautiful objects, person feels elated. A dark gloomy day can be rejuvenated by such objects present in the natural surroundings. It can be high hills to low valleys, icy roads to heavy clouds, soothing moon to great sand dunes, starry night to perpetual sunlight, animals domestic and wild, flowers bright and mild. All are engulfed in nature, making its pride and splendor. John Keats praises all this in his poem A Thing of Beauty. Nature is eternal, so his poem. More you read it, more you will be in love with nature. Many of you penned down poems on nature, and a few were read by me. Let us see how a romantic age poet of Generation Second, John Keats, worships nature. Through the first two lines, a thing of beauty is a joy forever. Its loveliness increases, it will never pass into nothingness. The poet announces the message of the poem as well as a truth. It reveals that any beautiful thing that is seen by us keeps us happy forever. It has all the power. Its charisma works even after years. Beauty leaves an indelible imprint on the mind of the onlookers and provides eternal happiness. The loveliness of a thing of beauty goes on increasing with time and it never passes into nothingness. The joy derived from a beautiful object lingers on and can never fade away or die. A bower quiet for us and asleep, full of sweet dreams and health and quiet breathing. These lovely objects remains preserved in the memory and work as a quiet bower. What is bower, students? It is a place under trees, that shady place under trees or climbers. It is very soothing to stay. So, all those memories that are preserved of those beautiful objects, they work as a quiet bower or they work as sweet dreams which revive and flash upon our mind in our sleep. These memories may also revive when we are quietly breathing, meditating with a healthy mind. Therefore, on every morrow are we wreathing a flowery band to bind us to the earth, weaving of leaves and flowers and making a headgear as wreathing. Human himself is a beautiful creation of God, we all know. Man has a special relationship with all things beautiful. Beauty makes this life and world worth living in for mankind. Human's life is filled with miseries and problems, and nature has all the ways to revive human heart. That is why on every next day we feel more connected to the nature. This is a great bond that we celebrate. Spite of despondence of the inhumane dearth of noble natures of the gloomy days, Despondence means students dejection, loss of hope. Dejection and loss of hope causes pain. Despair and disappointment are the integral features of life. Due to dearth means scarcity of goodness and nobility in human nature, we often suffer pain and experience hopelessness. The selfish and inhuman nature makes us gloomy and overshadow our happy thoughts, darkening our ways and making them unpleasant and unhealthy. Of all the unhealthy and over darkened ways made for our searching, yes, in spite of all. It means man strives and struggles, searching a way out of this darkness and gloom, and in spite of experiencing sadness and rage, he is able to find his happiness in some form of beauty. So, from where this happiness is derived in such kind of environment of despondence? Yes, from all the natural objects that are present on the earth. He is able to find his happiness in some form of beauty which derives away the sadness from his dark and gloomy self. So beautiful objects in nature are blessings to mankind to keep him rejuvenating time to time. Then here the poet counts a list of things that constitute beauty. He appreciates this simple and serene beauty through the images of the sun. So many natural objects he has taken in his poem to tell that these are the things that we can easily derive all energy from. Some shape of beauty moves away the pall from our dark spirits. So when we are gloomy, when we are feel dejected, that time the pall, the very dark cloud of gloom can be removed by the beautiful objects present in the nature, such the sun, the moon, trees old and young, sprouting a shady boon. So here these three things they have counted: sun, moon, and trees. Old and young. It means all the trees, not only old ones, young trees also. Through the trees, nature showers blessings of shade on us and protect us from intensive heat and rain also. For simple sheep and such are daffodils. For simple sheep, why this simple sheep is written by the poet? Because simple sheep symbolizes simple innocent people, as sheep are envisioned as the embodiments of innocent and serene beauty. That's why sheep is taken. All those natural and innocent people, they are also beautiful. And then it counts on daffodils, wildflower. It means all kinds of flowers. They are equally beautiful and makes person happy. And this can be in the memory to revive from all gloomy days. The poet has made specific references to the sheep as symbol of divine beauty, and after that he says with the green world they live in and clear rills. So this green world they live in, nature's beauty is at its best in the lush green surroundings of meadows and pastures, which provide the life support to all plants and animals. In this green world, Everyone finds true joy and happiness of life, even we also. We also love lush green campus, isn't it? The clear waters and rills means clear waters of the rivers give a cooling and pleasant experience in contrast with the that for themselves a cooling covert make. And what does it make? Cooling covert make. Very cooling and pleasant experience we gain against hot season. The mid forest break rich with a sprinkling of fair musk rose blooms. The poet sees the magical spell of beauty on all objects of nature, and thus he says that it basks in the mystifying beauty of enormous forest. Here, the mid forest break is enormous forest undergrowth, which is brimming with the growth of musk rose flowers. The poet says growth and decay march hand in hand in nature, and these are the two vital aspects of life. And this beautiful this line that and such too is the grandeur of the domes we have imagined for the mighty dead. So this line beautifully brings to light these contrasting aspects of life, that growth and decay. What does he say? And such too is grandeur of the dooms, and such those dooms are splendid. We have imagined for the mighty dead. All lovely tales that we have heard or read. So, mighty dead means refers to those great men and warriors who glorified death by embracing it most gracefully and magnificently. So, the blossomings of beauty is also to be experienced in the grandeur of the death of mighty and powerful kings, warriors who made supreme sacrifices and died noble deaths. All these selfless sacrifices are recorded in the history and glorifies it. And all these things we heard and read in beautiful tales. They keep us motivating. Why these are beautiful? Because they keeps us motivating such tales to take the path of goodness in our life. They are so inspirational. An endless fountain of immortal drink pouring onto us from the heaven's brink. These two lines says, through these two lines, the poet says, beauty in all respects, whether in growth or in decay, is a perennial source of inspiration, eternal source of inspiration. It is immortal. It is an endless fountain from where we can drink the immortal elixir of life. All these things present on the earth, they are blessing to mankind and they are endless. Beauty is the greatest gift of God to man, which has been showered upon us from the heaven above. This beauty is eternal and everlasting, in whose glory men on earth bask and derive their perennial source of joy and happiness. So, here the poet ends his poem with these two lines, that an endless fountain of immortal drink, that we take this, we enjoy this nature, and it is immortal. We keep on, we have been enjoying this since ages, and it is just pouring onto us from the heaven's brink because Almighty stays there. I hope you understood that a thing of beauty is a joy forever. Thank you, students. Stay happy, stay safe, and stay connected. Thank you. Bye.